Hello everyone, today I'm going to be playing some MTG Arena. You're wondering why am I playing MTG Arena? Oh, I forgot to move my cam, fastly changed. So I think it's quite fun. I'm playing Historic, we're playing Green-White Company, so basically Mono-White Company. In Historic, it's actually a really strong deck. So good stuff going for it. And it's basically a modern deck that you can play in Historic, which is kind of insane. So I'll just do a quick deck tech. So the point of the deck is that you're playing Heliod Company, as you know, like card I really love. I think it's really, really strong. And Skyclave Apparition, these are kind of like your main payoffs to staying white. And you're playing a bunch of, it plays sort of like a Soul Sister deck. You have a lot of stuff that gains your life. So you're playing 4 Soul Gardens, 3 Daxos Blast of the Sun. I'm only playing 3. I'll at least play 4, but I feel this card is not strong enough to get around having 4 in your deck when it's, you know, when it's legendary. So I only play 3. If it was not legendary, I would play 4. And then you combine this with cards like a Janus Primate, which is like our walk evangelista for this deck. This card becomes very fast at 2020. And Speaker of the Heavens, which is one of our better 1-drops because it has both Vigilance and Lifelink. And on top of that, if you get to 27 life, you can tap it to make a 4/4 Angel with flying, which is awesome. One single copy of Illusion's Landing. The reason for this is you don't want to draw multiples. It's kind of bad, but it's really great when you have in a control matchup. You play this and you attack with 3 creatures. You flip it and then you don't need to use your mana anymore. It works sort of like an animation module for skills, where you then after that you just spend 4 mana every turn making a dude, and they eventually need to kill them, right? Because they also have lifelink, so they combine nicely with Heliod and the other cards in the deck. 2 Heliod Hawks. This is basically because I don't have rare wild cards to put into 2 additional Speaker of Heaven, but it's coming once I get them. And then 2 Luminar Caspians, which is probably would be I would at least like to play 3 of them. I don't know what I would cut for it. Maybe a Linden, I don't know. But like Luminar Caspian works extremely well with like Speaker of the Heavens, Alset of Life's Bounty, or Heliod Hawk. So you play this turn 1. Follow up with Luminar Caspian on turn 2, make this the 2/2 with Lifelink, Vigilance, and already start hitting, gaining a bunch of life really quickly, putting you to that 27 really nicely. And you know, one of the problems this deck has normally, people play like Ranger of Eos, they play this Angel from Zendikar that looks for another Angel in your sideboard, which kind of sucks because you lose 3 sideboard slots for it. To kind of keep the cards flowing. But I think all of those are kind of underpowered. Like, you know, Ranger of Eos, yeah, you're gonna find Ballista here, so Hangback Walker is not legal either, or it's not there either. You could find maybe Stone Cold Serpent, but basically your 1-drops are strong. They're not that great. Like, okay, you could find Speak of the Heavens with Ranger of Eos, but I don't think it's really where you want to be. It's also kind of a bad creature in its own right. 3/2 for 4 mana. So basically, I don't see the point of playing Ranger of Eos, so I had the idea of why don't we just play Splash for Collected Company, and the Splash is kind of free. And these cards, I've been thinking about them also for Modern. The pathways really allow you to splash almost for free. So, you know, you always play this pathway as a plains, basically. Except one of them where you put them as a green source for your one-off for your Collected Company, right? And because you're splashing for a card that has collected more mana cost of 4, you know, even having only 12 sources is quite fine. And yeah, you take some damage from the Temple Garden, but that's mostly okay because you gain a bunch of life in the deck. On top of that, having Green opens some sideboard options, which are Knight of Autumn, which is really good against. There is a what they call mono brown deck in Historic, which is very good against. People play Gothic Scourge versus you, some of them. Just a decent card to have, you know, can destroy like Bombard Couriers if you're against that, and gain life versus like the red decks. It's just a nice card to have. A good hit of Collected Company as well. Just Scavenging Mooses for the Uro matchups. We're a bit light on green sources to take advantage of Scavenging Moons, but you know, like you normally only need to play 1 Exile and Uro. Like a lot of those decks have like very little in form of graveyard stuff. They only play maybe Cling to Dust, Uro, maybe Elspeth Conquers Death, something like that, but most of them is only Uro. So, you know, you just need to exile the Uro. You don't need to have Scavenging Moons. It's not like they're in Modern where so then Scavenging Moons feels bad because you not only need to exile the Uro, but you need to exile their Cryptic Command. You need to exile their lands for the Renaissance and all that, and then Scavenging Moons kind of becomes a bit like a stretch. But in History, you only really need to exile the Uro. So, and there's also some graveyard decks, which is of course good against. If I had it, maybe I could play Rest in Peace, because it also synergizes with the Devotion part of the deck. And one card I didn't talk about is Linden, the Stephas Queen. I don't think it's that good in Modern because it doesn't have the 4th point of toughness. But it's really insane when you have Heliod, and first it turns on Heliod very easily. And secondly, every creature attacking triggers Linden and therefore triggers Heliod one more time, so it really becomes insane also with the Shiny Spine. I'm playing 2, could see myself playing 1. I've been back and forth a bit with that. Giant Killer for the Gruul matchup, the big creature matchups is really good. I mean, we cannot tutor it in any way, but just having a card that can do, you know, like a 1-drop that can also sometimes deal with a big creature, kind of strong. Randovanger for the Wrath of God matchups. There are some matchups where this is pretty bad, like the Sultai matchup, because they play a bunch of exile effects like Extinction Event, Vraska's Content, so Randovanger is not so good there, but it's really good against the banned deck that plays Wrath of God. And they have some exile-based removal, like Cast Out, but you have Skyclave Apparition that can deal with that, which is kind of hilarious. So actually, Randovanger is really good in those matchups. Archon of Emeria, I have it here because I opened it in a pack. I'm not sure if this is great, but it can be coming versus like, yeah, there's some sort of combo decks that this could help against. These are my sweet potatoes. And it's just, you know, maybe a good card also against like very aggressive decks. I don't really bring it out a lot, but that's one of the things with Historic. Unless you want to spend a lot of mana on Arena, a lot of money, kind of limit on the cards you can have. Not like MTGO, which I really like, that, you know, once you have played enough, you have like this buffer of picks and chests, so you can sell those to get new cards. Here, you basically, you know, when you craft a card, you're stuck with that card forever. And you cannot exchange your gold directly for cards. You always need to buy packs, and those packs sometimes have wild cards. You know, it's really like, I used to have 2 cellular wreckages, but once I made the second Scavenging Moose, I went down to 1, but I could see myself going up to 2, maybe instead of the Archon of Emeria. Then when Basriket for the control matchups. This card is really good because a lot of, like, there's not that many some black decks can deal with it because they have not Heartless Attack, what is it called? Eliminate. A lot of times a lot of decks have a hard time, especially the white decks dealing with Basri. They can only deal with it like with Cast Out or a Shark or something. And this dude, I really like it. I've always been a fan of it. After 3 turns, it will get to 6 loyalty, and then you can ultimate it. And I think that should win most of the control matchups anyway, because 1 soldier a turn plus pumping all your dudes looks very, very strong. On top of that, the -2 comes up a lot in this deck. So sometimes you're attacking with 3 creatures and you have done the -2, you deal like 3 extra damage, and those tokens stick around right for the next turn. So it's really, really strong card for those matchups. And it also gives you 2 devotion. Anyway, I think I talked about all my card choices. Oh yeah, 1 Emeria Skull because it's kind of free. And it actually comes up sometimes. Like, games sometimes get long in Historic. And, you know, like sometimes you pay 3 life, but a lot of times you either play it as a tap land when you're off Corf, or you just save it in your hand as like a go over the top card, you know. So 2 Castle Arvendale does something similar to Legion's Landing, which is very good. We're playing 13 planes, so this is normally not an issue to cast, but it could be an issue. And yeah, I really like this art and on the planes. And yeah, this is how, I don't know if you guys know how this works, but basically you need to get, like, basically every pack you open that costs you around 1,000 gold gets you 1 closer to a rare. Like I think basically every 6 packs you open you get a rare, and then every 12 or 18 packs you open you get a mythic wild card. So that's really, really slow way of crafting cards. What most people do that play a bunch of arena is they just jump around. They just pay a bunch of money. And I mean, I did that. I paid some money back in the day. That's why I have most of these cards. I was smart enough that to get most of the lands. And then I had the collected companies because I played briefly Merfolk when it was released, and I had 4 wildcards, so I got the collected company, which I don't regret. And then on top of that, the pathways and stuff is just grinded. We're in gold now because the ladder was reset like this week, and yeah, maybe it's fine. It's one of the bad things of Arena. People take forever to choose. You want to start? This guy is just not good. My opponent is also mulliganing, so... Oh. That's bad. Normally after the 3 lands, so this normally doesn't happen. I guess sometimes it can happen. I mean, we are on the draw. It's a bit risky to keep this hand. Quite risky, actually. Your opponent mulligans, I will mulligan. If they don't mulligan, I'll keep it. Like, I'll keep it. I'm putting the Linden back. One important thing with this deck is all our lands actually produce. The fuck is that? Some zombie business. This is one of the bad things of playing this and playing this, that sometimes this can happen, but yeah, it doesn't happen often. It just means we're gonna play a bit off curve, but that's okay. So playing in some kind of zombie deck, funneling. You find some variety of decks in Arena, that's kind of nice. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play the Pridemate. I could have played this guy, I guess, but this being a 3-3 means he can block this. And he can also block this, and says when it attacks, if you make... Okay, it's just... This happens sometimes in Arena, especially in like these lower tiers. I'm guessing they have some sort of... I mean, I'm guessing I'm gonna bring in the Subtle Wreckage. I didn't talk about this card, Baffling End. Really one of the best removals in Historic, actually. Maybe uses... And it actually gives us Devotion for Heliod, it's kind of nice. I guess I could cut... I generally cut one Linden, cut one of these, because when they bring in more removal, this becomes worse. This is actually on top of a pile of zombies. Cool. Cut one Healer's Hawk. I think I generally cut 2 of these, even though it's really, really strong. I actually probably want to cut one Aspirant. Just when you're playing a lot of removal, a lot of these 2 drops become really bad. And then you're more leaning on Collect the Company. I like really the interaction with Settle the Wreckage and Collect the Company. People don't know when you have life, right? This afternoon I will possibly stream Modern, which... Oh. Having some beef here, I wouldn't say it. Okay. It's kind of great. We go Soul Warden, Ajanis within. If we can go into Heliod Collect the Company, it's like amazing. This card looks so bad, but then it's so good. Yeah, Felper is okay. I'm gonna play with Axos. Next turn we can play Janis and Speaker of Heavens. And you can do that anyway. I could Heliod here. They missed a land drop, so maybe I just want to Heliod and actually I like the idea of playing Ajani, and so if they're missing land drops and they're using all their mana on, they have not played a creature yet, so mostly they're only... Oh. Okay. When they play a creature, a lot of their creatures comes in tap. So we could play... I think I'm gonna hold on and just play Collect the Company on their turn. And a bit easy. I'm gonna make one of these apples. Maybe they also play Collect the Company. Could be right, I mean, just one of the stronger cards in Historic. Oh, we get Daxos and Acid of Rice Mounty. But you know, it grows our... means that the Heliod will come in as a creature. Nice. Probably gonna play this, right? So I'm gonna play this. So I'm gonna play this like this, so I can give lifelink to this guy. If they don't block, I'm gonna give it lifelink. But I wanna, yeah. So let's see how long it takes us to go to that. I got to Diamond. I mean, in 1 week I went from bronze to Diamond. So what is this dude's doing? Don't you control another zombie you control get +1/+1 and have death touch. Death touch you're gonna get +1/+1. All zombies gain menace until end of turn. That's what they do. No blocks, so that means I will give lifelink. Go to 27 life. Maybe I can put a counter here. Then I can activate this ability. We gain 1 more life. Yeah, you can see, guys, how this works, right? Pretty strong, pretty strong. Oh, that's brutal. Funnily enough, we didn't lose the Heliod, and the older creatures were evenly costed. Sorry, oddly costed. No blocks, sadly. That's a bit of a bad draw. Also, the token died is bad. Both of these have lifelink. Yeah, we can raise kind of nicely since we have lifelink on our creatures. And we can protect from like spot removal with the Albeit of Kimban, which is kind of the don't attack, see? So they realize that we can raise them and we can start making zombies. I mean zombies, angels maybe next turn. So very rough. So this has dash touch. So could sack this to push 4 damage through, but I think I'm not gonna do it. Need to collect the company again. Should put this a bit higher. So that guy is sort of like a giver of runes. Was, of course. They still don't attack. Okay. So this gives us 1, 2, 3 devotion, so we only need 1 more card basically to. This is a good draw again. Alpha Strike. Castle eventually kills you actually, so they need to be kind of careful. Very good. I don't think there's a point on casting it now, right? It's my property casting turn. But if they attack, we cycle or wreckage them. There's death though. I want to settle or wreckage these. Okay, let me collect the company here. We got Linden. Linden is good, Sky Calibration is good. And Linden is pretty amazing actually. I don't know Dax. I think like this is good. And Dax's triggers. But actually, this gives +1/+1 to the zombies. And death touch. So I'm gonna exile this guy, I think. Sure. So yeah, we're climbing gold. So this deck is quite strong. I mean, I'm not kidding. Nobody's playing this at the Zendikar Rising thing, but okay. I basically saw Crockies play a similar version of this. He was not playing a Shanice Prime, then he put them in the deck later on. But he was playing 4 Legions Landing. They find a bit excessive. I mean, the card is good, but we're not really into like... We're not like a super aggro deck. And you know, Collected Company and Legions Landing are not like the dream. I'm gonna start on the Hero's Hawk here. If I had a Giant Spiderman, I would have started with a Primate, but... So here's the better place to play the Aspirant, put a counter here. They of course now want to kill both, right? They do play Extinction Event, but yeah, we just use Eliminate. But already, Aspirant has ground some value. We have Extinction Event next turn, so I'm just gonna play... Hold on the rest. We're playing in Sultai. Yeah, that's bigger. Oh, this is a green source. I guess I could play these and maybe play some sort of ghost pile. Sure. Maybe play Nisa. But yeah, they're 12, so maybe play Udo. But we can kill it, so. Okay. Nisa Andra. So, a lot of cards. But now having these basically protects our dudes. That is fine. I mean, it's bad, but it's not the worst, right? I guess I should take the Speaker of the Heavens. When I come to speak to you. But basically now I have a 2-turn clock, so... We could maybe have Eliminate here. Luck. Still not lethal if I play Soul Guardian next turn, so just wanna hold it. Of course, now they could have a... But Extinction Event doesn't kill both our creatures, so... Nisa? This has 2 triggers if it ends up. So this is lethal. And this forces a block. Yeah. Heliod's pretty good. In this matchup I like baffling and wait, I don't like Argon. I got 2 of these, and got a Linden. But I got 2 Skyclave apparitions, I think. And I keep these and 1 drop. Yeah, because the Skyclaves actually they are a bit awkward because they only hit the Uro, let's say. Maybe when I have 3rd one, yeah. And then we can cut. I know Hero's Heart was good here. A lot of times it's kind of bad. Actually, this is not it. I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah. So Sultai is one of the most popular decks, even though it's not one of the best decks. Like, you know, people really like to play Thoughtseize and all those stuff. That is great. I mean, Hero Hog is really good turn 1, I guess. Not to what I did before. This forces them, if you want to remove, they need to choose. It does more damage than playing the Janis Prime in this turn at least. Next turn, if they tap out, yeah, go Spiral. I mean, I'm almost never afraid of playing something into turn 2. They almost always play a Rose Spiral, these people. It's insane. Maybe we can resolve a Basri next turn. That's really strong. Giving us counters. 3 mana, that doesn't make me want to resolve a Basri so heavily. Like, they could have a counter spell here. Yeah, so I think we just go to combat. Huh, so... I'll play this. I don't want to overcommit. So you have an Isa here. Or this shit. Roll. But it's okay, I mean, that's just what it is. Too bad we don't have a... I guess we can play this and this. Put some pressure on them. I always forget this card exists. It's very strong. Maybe I should have thought about it and not play Speaker. Just... Maybe I should jam the battery. Maybe they have the counter, you know. They don't play that many counters. Is this Nisa? Is this High Praises? Nothing. It's an Eliminate. I'm gonna play the battery here. They have negate, It resolves though, so... Maybe I have a removal for this. But okay, this is still going in loyalty. They have Mythos of something. Go to 12. We still have Heliod and Linden in hand. They did recycle that, sure. Else? I'm just gonna jam the Heliod here. So put a counter. Land. Auto push. Land would be nice. So we do this. We play this. All these stops are because he has a final power. And now the power of Linden comes over, is that you get to I'm just gonna put it here, just faster countdown timer. They need to draw something like right now. They can kill both of these. Oh, they can kill all of them. Ah, I forgot it was Euro. It's okay. Just play this and hold it on. The reason I'm holding on is because they play Thoughtseize, and sometimes people are like very trigger happy with Thoughtseize. That was bad. Maybe shouldn't. Nah, I don't know. I think that was fine. Obviously, I have nothing, so we're just gonna play this. We have 4 collected commoners in our deck, and they're 3. Maybe I should play the Acid of King's Bounty. Of course, it would be much better to have the other guy, you know. So this is good. That plays around Uro. I could play it and try to win next turn, and I think I'm gonna do that. This also can protect it, so. So they need to kill us right now. Like they need to find like they need to find 2 answers to the Skyclave Apparition, or we beat them. I guess they can draw an Uro and escape it. They cannot escape it right now. But they can play an Uro and... If you only have 1 removal spell, it's not good enough because we can always, yeah. Yeah, maybe I made a mistake by playing the Speaker of Heavens instead of this guy. Okay, we're in Platinum already. Of course, the first ranks go up very quickly. So Platinum 204. Let's see. I like to have my tower here, so my... It's too bad we're not really getting to... see what are the daily. The other day there was like they were giving you 500 gold for free. Balakut Expedition. I mean, these cards are all really cool looking, but I mean, I don't really care. It's cool to see. So you can see the deck is quite strong. You know, we just beat Sultai. I mean, of course, you know, like you don't win by a mile many times, but. Yeah, I think that's game events everyone, right? And I think if you want to play like if you don't want to spend a ton of money on Arena, you need to get a deck that has game versus everyone. Because if you only have game like really good in 2 matches and bad in the other 3, it's really bad. I'm gonna start with Legion's Landing here. Looks quite promising this hand, honestly. We can even flip this turn 3. One goes first again. That's unfortunate. This is a great hand to be on the play with. But also on the draw. One has trophy. Oh, so this is maybe the I don't know. I think we go in Legion's Landing here. It could be. It actually could be that we can flip it turn 3. We play both 1-drops. Maybe I should play this first. Maybe I should play this first again 2 life. Yeah, probably that was bad play. It's okay. Only 1 life difference. So another Chromatic Star, interesting, and Embryo Lurker of the Loch. Then that makes me want to play the. Okay, they play Udo. Oh man, no deck is just. They play this Paradox Engine, right? So, I guess we're gonna play this, put some pressure on them. We can cast this, but next turn. Guess we get Heliod next turn as well. Let's see what they do. Non-Bonder Prodigy. So this taps for 2 mana, I guess. What is this card? Why does it tap? What does it make it tap for 2 mana? Attacks with this. Okay, I take it. I take it, opponent. Do you think they trade? No way. They missed a land drop, interestingly enough. So maybe we're gonna play a more aggressive line. Maybe wanna go like Soul Garden Daxos. Or like Soul Garden Ajanis Prime. I think that's the play here. So I think we put the counter here, and we attack with both. If they trade, good man. You got it, you know? And then next turn, actually, we get to flip Adanto. I mean, sorry, Legion's Landing. And start going ham on them. We can play Heliod next turn, make this a 2-2. Attack with a bunch of dudes. Okay, so they flip. They have 2 mana. Yeah. But this is ramping. I mean, I guess they can cast the Paradox Engine. What does this do? Now you cast a spell, untap all non-land permanents you control. Must be some kind of combo, right? So now they can play 4, but they don't have enough to escape. Well, they do have enough to escape Uro. Still though, they're under a lot of pressure, so I guess they can cast the Paradox Engine. No, they can't. Still don't know how. Oh, that's Linden. Heliod sounds good. Means triggers. Linden also makes this massive. Maybe they just kill us next turn though. But we have nothing that can kill them, so we play Heliod, triggers once, and then we attack. Yeah. It's alright, I think. Okay, we play just Heliod. So I'm guessing we go here. Then we go here. It's not creature anymore, but it doesn't really matter because I already got the trigger. And this is lethal right now, so they need to block. And so I guess we go here and here, and then I don't even know if I want to play this. Do you think they have some kind of? They may have some kind of wrath, right? So, but with what we have on board here, I think we're probably gonna win anyway. So there's no need to. So this deck, Scanjing was very good against, I guess. So they untap the Emery. We can also play outside of King's Bounty, and so they untap the Emery, but it doesn't do it. Still curious what they're gonna do. I mean, obviously this is, yeah. So Knight of Autumn and Scanjing Moose sound good here. This is the nice thing about this deck, it's actually really aggressive. So I think they play a lot of creatures we're gonna remove. They play stuff we're gonna kill. Probably. This is also pretty good. They probably cast a bunch of spells, right? Okay, so Baffling Hand, yeah. So the problem is we don't want to dilute our deck too much, I guess. So we can take the Helos Hogs out. We can take one Linden out. The Knight of Autumn is good, you know, killing the stuff. Scanjing is good. I guess I can cut Primates like this. Skyclave, yeah, Skyclave is good. There's a lot of cards I like in this matchup. Maybe just Landing is not as amazing. I think I want Daxos maybe. Maybe this is a bit overkill, but seems okay, right? Like hitting that Paradox Engine sounds really nice. I mean, maybe we just want to cut all the Lindens. So we cut all the Lindens, and yeah, I guess it only gets worse if we have Lindens. Let's see. This is a lot of sideboarding. This is the most sideboarding I've ever done with this deck. But it looks like Knight of Autumn is good, right? Iron Media seems good because it stops their combo basically. Yeah. I like there was a post in the modern Reddit saying, "How can I beat what deck is good versus a green white Heliod? I can't beat it." I'm like, man, you just gotta play tight. This hand is like the anti-dream. We could draw an, planes, and then this hand would be really good. But we have the good sideboard card against them, right? We have Collected Command. I think, you know, even though it's... we can kind of keep it. Play a bit off curve. And we can also draw this, which is good. I don't know whether I'm going to play these or these. It says Lifelink. Yeah, I'll play this. If they play something with an Embry or something, then we... Oh, Moxander, of course. So they play Embry here. So what do they do? Okay, and there's nothing here they can really get. So I'm just gonna go in the path of the heavens. These cards together are so insane. But now they can tap the Mox Amber, which is kind of annoying, I guess. But it's okay. But they have nothing to bring with the Embry. Anywhere else? Nothing. So I guess I would like to get my... I would like to get my Soul Garden in play. They could have some kind of shit. It doesn't make any difference to play before or after combat, right? So we're gonna put it here. I mean, like, Vest Spinner is just so good, man. They have no good blocks. I'm gonna play this Kanjing Uso just to play around some potential. Like, then next turn we can actually have a thing. 25 lives, so we're 2 lives away from. So 2 lives away from doing the thing. Oh yeah, I was like, why didn't it trigger? Yeah, we don't have Heliod in play. Huh. That's Heliod. That actually 1, 2, 3 doesn't trigger. Yeah. Do you think they triple block? I think that would be crazy, right? Most likely gonna eat the... I'm not gonna eat anything, I'm just gonna play the Daxus. I'm not even gonna play the Daxus probably, I'm just gonna... If they triple block the Speaker of Heavens and we get to kill Boljan or what else? Oh really? You do this? Can eat your Kinan, man. I'm not even gonna do this, I'm just gonna hold on the exile. We can already make an angel. And we can make an angel. We could resolve a Heliod, but I really like to keep this mana, and I like to keep this in my hand. So we pass. We have practically lethal next turn, and we have one. We can eat something with Scandingos, yeah. Easy. That looks like a bit of a sketchy deck, mate. I don't know. Looks like you need to think. A lot of things need to go right for you in that deck. Funny Mox Amber is a thing, man. Oh, we leveled up. I don't know why we leveled up. Can we open this? I can smell sweet potatoes being made. Oh, it's a mythic rare. Oh, a Founding Conundrum. I'm more interested in the lands, I think, from Zendikar. I mean, I'm currently... yeah. I've not lost a match yet today, right? It's so nice to play Arena. Sometimes you just chill, you just play your games, man. You go home, you relax. I mean... And then after those, in the afternoon, we play Modern for... I mean, Arena, winning or losing just matters, like, very slightly. Like, only if you're in the top 1,200, you get invited. Which maybe I'll try. In Christmas, I will be home for 2 weeks, and maybe I have time to... I actually don't dislike this hand. Again, opponent goes first, which is sucky, but... Maybe we can even get to flip this turn 3. I'll keep 7. Probably play the Soul Garden first, right? It just means more life. And I don't see a Lumina Caspian here, so yeah, that's probably blue-white control. We play a Soul Garden. Flipping the Legion's landing turn 3 could be game winning against this deck, so we're gonna try to do that. Floor or not, some kind of band ramp. I'm dead. They missed a land drop, clearly, right? Oh no, they this turn 2, no. Crazy. So yeah, this way we have 22 life now, and we attack. So we are 1 life ahead. If we had played this or this first, we only would be at 21. So it's kind of nice. Udo, we have the Sky Collaboration to answer that. We can actually collect the company next turn, insane. We're not close to escaping it. This is good, so we can put this as a green source, right? Attack. And then... And we could make a dude, or we can collect the company. I think I'm gonna collect the company. Depending, if they use their mana, I will collect the company for sure. The Fairy, Hero of the main area. Sure, we do. Maybe I will cast the collect the company before they untap. I still was wanting to put counters here, man. Yeah. Please, I really don't want this guy to leave. So if they had one Shark Typhoon or something, they could block the 4/4. So just gonna go everything. It was a bit aggressive, but that's okay.
How long do you want to wait for?
And now we have the Vanto we can flip. Yeah, so they cannot do it yet. Yeah, they have a lot of mana though. 4 is fine. This is fine. So yeah, flipping Aranto there was a name. This is like kind of the dream line for this, I guess. Put a bottom, 4 cards. Maybe have Wrath of God. That's a card we play. But that's why we're not gonna commit anymore to the. So this puts two more power in the battlefield, right? By giving a Janice a boost as well. And yeah, of course we don't commit anything else. We don't even cast this. We just spread the counters a little bit. So this is actually, they can cast it and it says each player shuffles their hand and grave into the library, then draws 7 cards. But if they do that, they're dead. I'm gonna play this tapped, and I'm not gonna commit anything else. They could do this, but then they have 2 mana left and they lose. So yeah. And we still have a Danto making dudes. Sure, you can explore. You can escape an Udo if you want. That will not matter. So they can escape an Udo. We will make this the guy bigger, and then we can just Sky Collaboration away the Udo. They probably play 4. Yeah, so this card is basically a Giver Runes. I mean, much worse, but they're also more aggressive. So in a way, it works somewhat good. So yeah, we gain a life. You gain 3 life, but I gain a life. This guy, dude. This. So yeah, they play Explore. That's quite greedy to me. They could play Tail's End. Maybe they're playing Spine's a Spike deck, but I don't think he plays Explorer. This is so good, man. This is insane. It's gonna Skyclave here. Easy. I mean, they will probably go anyway, right? But okay, so I like Basri in this matchup. I like Adanto Vanguard. I like Scavenging Ooze. I guess we can cut Healer Hawk. This is getting worse post board. And this is also getting worse. Just have more removal. So I don't love cutting my 1-drops too much, honestly. Maybe I should. I want to keep my Corv somehow, so I'm gonna keep. I would like to have a third healer. Your hands, but we don't. They play Uro, but we can Skyclave that. We can Skyclave Narset away. We can Skyclave. Yeah, Skyclave is a good card in this matchup. I really think this deck is good. I mean, I'm not saying you can win the Zendikar Rising Invitational, whatever it's called. Mythical split nonsense, but you can definitely win some games in the ladder. Especially if you're better than your opponent, which is something, yeah, of course. But I mean, what did the opponent do? Like, they ramped? They played the Teferi died. Good hand. Okay, those are my sweet potatoes. 1 second, guys. I'm cooking some sweet potatoes as we speak. So I'm making some sweet potatoes, you know, like meal prepping. It's actually relatively hard for them to deal with. So attack. They could have a counter spell, but yeah, I think it's fine. They don't have a counter. So this is hard because they have Wrath of God. Wrath of God is their card to deal with. So that's an Udo most likely. Hey. Hardly knew, yeah, Udo. So I don't think we need to worry about it too much right now. We don't need to commit the Scavenging Ooze. Because they could have Wrath of God again. Okay, man, I know. My turn. So we could play Scavenging Ooze and need it. I'm gonna attack, that's for sure, right? So we attack. I'm actually gonna play the Scavenging Ooze. They could have they could have Wrath of God, but then we still get to. No need to eat it right now. If they Teferi, then we can pressure the Teferi with the Scavenging Ooze. This player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater, so what do we do? Let's read this. Reactivate this ability. We try to solve. I mean, we basically. I really wanted to get rid of the. Let's just say why with this. So this is actually really good in these matchups. Quite indestructible, basically. And you gain a lot of life naturally, so. Or it's fine. We can collect the company end of turn. We probably will. Especially since they are exploring like crazy. Ooh, that's a lot of good cards. I think I like the bigger threats, right? We can give lifelink. Oh my god. So this could be game winning. Almost. Okay, I'm going for it. Insane. Easy, guys. I mean, I think this deck is very good. I know I was very lucky, but I know why my Owens keeps talking to me. How much do you done? More experience, mates. Cling to dust. Eventually, oops, we'll get Arthur's Speak of the Heavens. That's my next purchase. So slow, man. By the way, here I was still Seri when I made this. I didn't consider myself old enough to be called Mr. Seri. I guess this hand, I mean, hands with Heliod, 1-drop, 2-drop are kind of, and we are on the play, so any land makes this hand amazing. Ooh. I'm not sure. Probably want to play the Naxos. Next turn, we can play, depending what they do, we can play Legion's Landing. So, I think this is gonna resolve for sure, so I'm going to do it. I mean, if they durdle around, we can do some nastiness next time with Newman again, which will give us 5, 7, 9. Okay, Udo. That is the definition of durdling. Oh, they're playing. What the fuck are they playing, man? So if we play, are they dead? If we play Linden, this triggers, giving us a counter. So this will be 5, 10, and 3 triggers. That will be 13 damage. That's pretty good. That'll be 13 damage, boys, and that's an option. Or we can play Legion's Landing. I think Legion's Landing is the most conservative play. Problem is if this flips, I think you need to play. If you play Legion's Landing when you actually need to commit this, I think I'm going to do it though. This is a good play also. That was bad. I should play the Giant's Pyramid first. That's bad. That was bad. We get a bunch of life. We die. We flip Legion's Landing. Then we have protection with this guy, and they go to 6. And we still get dudes, so yeah. I missed one counter in here. I was playing Conclave Mentor for a while, but it just doesn't do enough. Yeah, just that. Easy. I mean, this deck, come on, what can I say? So we're playing in some sort of control deck. They're playing Udo. Maybe this is good. They probably play Nissa, right? So Buffling is really good against Nissa. You can kill the land. Maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. I mean, I don't know. Let's do something like this. So we can cut here. We can cut one Linden. Cut a couple of 2-drops and. Maybe that's 3. We haven't seen any creature from them, but they most likely play Nissa if they're playing green. I would like to have Yasharn also on my sideboard, but I don't have a wild card either. Man, this is tough. Okay, I'll leave only one Buffling in. We don't know, like, I mean, they're almost for sure playing Nissa, but we can also play around Nissa. But you know, like, I think in this historic, a lot of decks are doing exactly this sequence. They go like turn 2, explore. We could draw. I mean, this is not a bad hand actually. We have 3 green sources with the Neskanjimos, and we could draw 1-drop, as I was gonna say. So we can go 1 to 3, and then if we resolve this guy, then this basically puts a clock on them. Ooh, actually, I really like this. So aggressive, Luminar Gaspian. Like, already putting 2 damage into play on 2. These guys keep growing. It will keep growing with the Basri. Dog, Udo. Oh, Elvis Reclaimer. No, Rejuvenator. You got it, man. Lots of Harmony, gain of life. Take the opportunity to resolve a Basri now that we can. Go here. So they are Ram deck, probably playing Hydro Crisis, but Skyclave Operation really good against that. They can attack this back, but still, that means they take a lot of damage. We will save these Kanjingus until they recommit. Maybe they play some kind of Wrath, but I don't think I will play more creatures until they... Oh, they're playing Gates, man. Wow. So, when a Gate enters the battlefield, they draw a card. Maybe play Golos as well. Play, I mean, that's a cool thing about Historic. It reminds us of Modern in a way that... Oh, they don't even block. We could exile this with Skyclave Apparition, but I don't think it's even needed. Although it could be an option, right? Or we could just minus this and attack with 2 dudes. So we minus this, we attack for 6, 7, 8, so this is a 2-turn clock. Or if we plus it, I guess we could minus it twice. And it says non-token though. They can draw cards, but I don't really care. We go here. And I don't think there's a need to commit anything. They have 1 gate, so the Gates Ablaze can kill this if they have another gate next turn. I'm not really worried about that. Maybe I should put a counter here then. I'll play this. I think they will block here, yeah. This can be... So we play this, this will survive a Gates Ablaze, I guess. So I guess we do it. Because this will always have 4 and they can max have 3. And next turn we can make 3 dudes or just work towards the ultimate with Basri. So that's a gate, yeah. I could exile this, but I mean, I don't care how many cards they have in hand, I just can kill them. Even if they play like a big... If they play the guy that is called Ram something. The cool thing about this deck is mostly uncommon, so... Yeah, let's Gates Ablaze. That kills this. So you have 1 gate. I only have 2 gates, in fact. Do you have 2 gates at least? I have 3 gates. No, gates. 3 gates. So this dies, sure. I mean, we can minus this, but I think we can just work towards the ultimate, right? I mean, we can...
Ketra's love is your shield.
And too bad we don't have anything to do with our mana, but... Next turn we can minus the Vasri, and I think that's probably game. I mean, they draw a lot of cards, as I said, but there's no need to worry. When it enters a battlefield, you gain 2 life for each gate you control. They gain... That's strong, that's strong. It's only a 3-4 though, so... I think I minus the battery and I start making dudes every turn. They cannot really block any of these. So... And I think we don't really need to commit anything else to the battlefield. I guess we could commit a second one of these. The Gates of Light kills it though. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. We just block. So basically, every turn we make a dude, and we pump all our teams. So they are in trouble. Let's say. I mean, they could Gaze Ablaze. They will kill these and these. They still can draw a lot of cards. I mean, they can keep paying these guys and make a bunch of dudes. Yeah. So they gain a lot of life. That's for sure. But we also have a lot of life. Let's not forget. Yeah, my turn. Heliod. So even though they keep gaining life, they need to start blocking. And we have 2 more gain life triggers, so we're just gonna spread it like this, I guess. Yeah, once you ultimate Basri, it's like, what are you gonna do, opponent, man? Sure. As I said, they can draw as many cards as they want, but they're still facing an ever-growing army. Plus, yeah, Daxos is not as good as Soul Garden in the sense that it doesn't trigger opponent's creatures. So Daxos is worse versus control decks. Yeah, man. You can do you, basically. Too bad these guys don't have haste or lifelink. I don't think it would have been too bad if this had haste or lifelink. I think lifelink would have been fine. So yet another win for the green-white collective company deck. I mean, how much is this game? It's 1 hour long. Okay, I guess I can. I mean, I don't want to say something like I'll play until I lose because maybe fucking whatever. But I guess I'll play for a little bit more. Good. Yeah. It's cool, you know, like I think this deck is really strong. Basri is really strong. Like in these matchups like these, they need to deal with it or it just runs out. Like if you ultimate Basri, what are they gonna do? Like you make a dude every turn and all you guys get bigger every turn. So it just, your opponent is really pressured to beat you, right? This is the kind of hand I don't love. They're playing Lurus. They probably have a lot of removal. I'll keep this. Don't love it, but you almost always want a 1-drop. This is where we lose, you know. I think we have lost very few games, not even matches. We've like lost very few games. But this is kind of the one. This is my own traps, you know. They're playing Lurus. I mean, we're of course only in Platinum, so we're not playing against the top. But I'm guessing that's because they, like, a lot of the good players are also Platinum, right? Yeah, so we play Temple Garden tapped. So this Death Horde Arcanist deck is very strong. I'm guessing the line here is Luminar, Caspian, Heliod, Linden. Do they play against Tail's End? The Tail's End can counter this card, so that's very strong. But I mean, that's really like nothing in the turn 1. So, of course, drawing a land here, not a dream, but you want all your lands to be able to produce white, just because Linden has 3 pips of white, so yeah. But I really felt like, I was thinking of playing, I saw the mono white deck in Modern was playing with a splash for red for playing Magus of the Moon, which felt a really strong thing, because it really stopped like some of the hardest matchups for the... Nice, it does everything for you, Arena. You can talk. So Magus, and actually I think the pathways are perfect for that. He was playing fetch lands, but I think fetch lands are kind of a trap. Then you get more like susceptible to Leonine Arbiter, to like Meal, to a lot of cards, to even Mint Sensor, whatever if somebody plays on main deck. You also get Lose Life, but the pathways is just free. You always pose them as a white, like main deck. Okay. Of course, that's bad if they have some kind of Thoughtseize or something, but it's cool how this animation works. I could also have not attacked, but if they have a Fatal Push, it's kind of bad. So next turn we can play Linden and Healer's Hawk. And just put the pressure on them. They don't play board wipes. They play Thoughtseize, Fatal Pushes, all that good stuff. But you know, Collective Company is so good that, you know, even matches where you feel like, oh, okay, that's a young Pyromancer, not a season 1. Whenever you cast an instant or source spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token. So they could have Fatal Push here, and then they could Fatal Push again. All they get thoughts is, but I mean, then if they do that, they go to 11. So but this card is kind of a goblin. Is it called Goblin Rabble Master? The guy that just keeps putting counters, like dudes on the field. Instead of dudes, it puts counters, right? Okay, that's annoying. But if they attack, it says may. You may. I mean, of course, they can Bloodchief Thirst again. Kill the Hawk. Just wait. They're also thinking. I think they were thinking of playing Path. I mean, Path. Like Thoughtseize. But we're just gonna commit our. So. This is the beauty of Linden. So now they could do this again. Maybe they cannot kick it right when it's there. I'm just gonna put it here to make it more appealing. Yeah, so I played the Hero's Hog instead of the Speaker of the Heavens because it's the worst target for them. They could Thoughtseize me here, and of course I'll lose the Speaker, but then we still have Collected Company, so I mean, we're not looking great. The fact we didn't have a 1-drop kind of put us a bit behind. I don't know if they can kick this. Oh, that's brutal. This card is really strong versus us. I lost some games versus this deck. I mean matches even versus this deck. I think if they attack, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. They will get Bloodchief Thirst, kill this. But they need to find a way to side this, I guess. They can Bloodchief Thirst, the Hero's Hog away. They're strong. And then they may have Villager Rights to sacrifice this and draw 2 cards, so yeah. Ugh. Yeah, when they go to turn 2 Death Horde Arcanist, this card is only waiting to be broken in Modern as well. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's really broken in Legacy, and it just needs one more, like, cantrip at 1 mana to be insane. Like, they play Ponder and Brainstorm, of course, in Legacy, so they just basically every turn draws 3 cards or 2 cards, so it's really strong. So, I know that like there is really no reason to hesitate here. You can cast it also if you could pay the mana cost. And the fact that they can cast a sorcery too. Yeah, this game is looking pretty lost. But as I said, we still have Collected Company, and sometimes you can just steal the game. One is playing extremely slow, but it's impossible to like time out somebody in arena. I mean, maybe they just put lures in their hand and then they return our Linden. That'd be what's right. I mean, they have it all this game. Like, kind of hard to beat that. And maybe my hand was good, but maybe not good enough to beat this. Turn 2 Arcanist, turn 3 Young Paramancer, and then they just went off. Oh yeah. If I don't draw Collected Company, oh yeah, we're not beating them. 2 Young, I mean they just had to mind. Like, but I mean this is the one matchup where yeah, I really want Baffling in this matchup where Rest in Peace is really, really good. Giant Killer, last 3. Oh, this is also good. So Linden, so all these dudes that are like strong on their own, they're not great here. And how many creatures do I have? So this is 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 21, 23, 27. Quite a combination. I should put it higher so you guys can see my sideboarding, the screen. I mean, it's okay to lose. I mean, you will lose. It's like impossible not to lose sometimes. Like, when I had a really good draw, we had a very medium draw, and their deck is probably pretty good versus our deck. But I mean, post board with the baffling ends, I mean, you just want to kill. There's two threats in that deck. There's the Young Pyromancer and the Death Horn Arcanist. They also play Teacher Supplier to fill up the graveyards, and very little less, honestly. If you're able to deal with the threats with Skyclave Apparition and Baffling End, you'll be fine. Oh, this hand is just not good. I mean, if we don't draw a second land, 3 lands actually. We are dead, in fact. So, ooh, this hand is also though good. Keep 6, and I think I'm gonna put the Daxos back. I think I'm gonna go turn 1 Soul Garden. They can fire push it, but they don't fire push it. Okay, then, you know, I know it sounds weird, but I really wanna try to attack with 3 creatures next. Maybe they have a lot to push now. So we're not gonna trigger this anyway, right? Yeah, I mean, on the draw, you know, yeah, that was a bit rough that we had to mulligan. It's very hard to win games in Historic sometimes versus mulligan because they play, yeah, cards like this. They are pretty hard to beat. But we'll try anyway. So we'll play these. I don't think they will trade their dude for our dude, and then we can always sack this to protect. So. And we have collected common next turn, so as good as we can hope for when we're talking about a mulligan to 6. So, well, just get lures in hand, man. Good. It's a really nice play to be able to play blind Legion's Landing and collect it away. You can collect the common right away. You can collect the common later. I'm really thinking about it. Target player sacrifices a creature. Resolve. Something else? I kinda like just baffling ending this dude before he gets out of control, right? We're a bit far from. I mean, we are a bit like we want to land because it's collected company basically. We only have 3 cards left in hand. Well, they have their own Arcanist. That's annoying. But if we don't kill the dude, this just get out of control. Sky Operation would be a good draw. Oh, that sucks. Sky Operation would be a good draw. So we can do this after the trigger resolves. And then we can maybe ambush it. So I guess it will attack. So it says you may cast target instant sorcery spell. So now you may cast it. You may cast it. Cast it? Sure. They cannot cast the Fatal Push right now. Oh, Kappa. It happens sometimes. Man, we got them actually here. No creatures. We had 27, so that's. Man, that was like, they would have been so good. Like, imagine we just get a Skyclave Operation or whatever else. They just get lures in hand. We lost this game actually. They can just cycle these. They can make us. Oh, not hitting anything, man. Anything. That's brutal. And still, it's good because they don't really have a Thoughtseize or anything. We're not that dead, but it's really, really hard. So Lurus, but Lurus still doesn't do anything. Okay, Skyglide Aberration is very good. I don't know if I want to exile these or these. And I think I need to exile these. There's still nothing they can cast with that, right? So we just exile the Arcanist now that we can. Yes, we play. At least we exile the Arcanist. I mean, maybe they have another one in hand, but with so like they have Fatal Pushes. I mean, I think we cannot really beat the Arcanist if it gets going, but there's nothing they can do with the Lurus is basically a 3-2 with lifelink now. It's just strong, but it's still not. We can have another Collected Company. I think we put a Collected Company down in the bottom of our deck. This is the Daxos, and then we put Baffling in and 4 life. I mean, this is okay. Okay, they kill a Wanderer. 1 man. Okay, I mean, this is expected, sort of. Like, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. They didn't get any value out of that. I'm just gonna play it. I mean, we kind of need to play our best cards. Especially because this allows us to gain some life if they do something. I mean, and if we draw Collected Company, this is like awesome to have in the battlefield. This is no Collected Company. Pass. But they can draw from this now. Yeah, I'm not hitting anything off the Collected Company battlefield. I guess I'll play one more after this one. This is not probably not gonna win this game, not gonna lie. If they have any removal spell with that. Okay. It was a lot. 1, 2. This is 6. We could trade here, or we could block for 3. Doesn't really matter. I mean, we are in deep cover. We need to draw. Collected Companies are only good draw. Nope, this is not a good draw. GG. It happens, you know, like sometimes you get choked. Like, not hitting anything off Collected Company, of course, not a dream. But that happens when you also put non-creature. Right? So it happens. Sometimes the Collected Companies get worse after the board. I mean, against this deck, I really would like to have a second Settle the Wreckage. Because it deals with their threats and their tokens, and I mean it rams them a bunch, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard. That matchup is really hard. There's no Veil of Summer in Historic, so you don't automatically win the black matchups just because you have one sideboard card, which is good. Like, it actually makes the games more interesting. Against Ajax versus Seria, a known classical fight. We are on the play, in fact. Oof. 5 lander. I mean, honestly, it's not even bad. Okay, guys. You'll think it's garbage, but I don't think so. First, we can draw 1 drop, which is always good. So, 0. Maybe it's the same deck. Iron School Summit. Maybe it's Goblins. Goblins with Thoughtseize. That's not a good deck. Of course, our hand would have been much better on the play, honestly. Maybe I just File Push it. That's okay. This may be the same deck with Lurus, interestingly. Okay. Sadly, though, they will trade. We don't want to play that. Okay, we'll play Kazani's Pride Mage. And, The next turn we have Heliod. The turn after we have Linden. Sounds kind of good. What do they have? Clutchy Thirds is so good. The fact that they can play both Fatal Push and Clutchy Thirds is a good reason to play black in Historic. We unblock. I'm kind of glad they're attacking, so it means that, you know, we can attack. I think we go Heliod next turn, Legion's Landing. Maybe they Fatal Push this in response. Still fine, it's still fine. We don't get to flip Legion's Landing anyway, but we get to put a count. I mean, they miss land drop, so they have a lot of cards. It's just what it is. I think the one of Legion's Landing is just so nice. Like, drawing multiples kind of sucks. It's still a 1 mana 1/1, right? I mean, like, not really gonna gain you so much games. So maybe they have a Death for Arcanist here. Then I would like to draw Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Do they need to exile this? Oh no, let's just. Draw 2 cards. They still miss a land drop, fine enough. They can actually kill this, which is sad. But we kind of have to play. Like, they only have 2 mana, right? So they can steal it and Village Ride it, which of course would be good. But don't see any Croxes. Okay. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Okay, so now we can play this guy. We can play this guy. Combat. Put a counter over here. Flip. Then the next turn. I wonder why they're not playing Lurus. Like, what is it that they're not playing? Why they're not playing Lurus? This didn't work out that well in last, but they missed a lot of land drops. That's what we won. Linden is so insane in this deck. Like, just so insane. Like, you know, collect a company into like Heliod, whatever creature, then casting a Linden from your hand, and just all of a sudden you have 15 power on the board. It's like... So yeah, this will be my last game. I think an hour and a half is kind of nice. You saw how we have lost one matchup, and this is probably one of the hardest matchups for this deck. Like, more than Control, you can see how Control is kind of mess. I think the Collected Company really helps against Control. There's not a Fairy Time Raveler, so okay, this hand is good. We don't have a good old Scavenging Cruise. We can go turn 2 a Giant's Bridemate. Then turn 3 Scavenging Ooze hit something, or Heliod. Heliod and Scavenging Ooze is also a nice combination. Let Horde Arcanist it is. We're alive. I mean, they could have things to kill, but they don't have anything to bring back with Arcanist, right? So both of these cards are good, you know. Like they can steal them, and it's good that they can steal them. I mean, I guess they can go Fatal Push. Fatal Push. They can go steal your creature, attack, steal your creature, builds right 2 times. But that's not what we're doing. Alright, they missed. I'm happy. So I guess they can build right this, the claim. They probably have the... I have the claim the firstborn. Then I'm gonna sacrifice both, right? That is exact now. I have 1 card, village rights, this or this. Nothing. Okay. Get behind that, get behind that. I think we don't really need Heliod here. We'd like to kill this, of course, but we don't have a way, so... But we can cancel. Yeah, we just attack with this guy, right? They will block. But then we play the Ooze. Nothing again. Still, we just play this guy and we can exile anything in the graveyard. I mean, they can have another claim the firstborn. I mean, they can have claim the firstborn, village rights. But I think this is kind of nice. Still, this works, so... I mean, they can Fatal Push now with the Arcanist, and they can kill this. This is strong, which is strong. We have 3 healers in hand, which is not the best Ross, not gonna lie. I mean, this value is just insane. That's okay. There's only 1 card in hand left. And there's not that many dudes. Things they can. I guess they can cast these. So... Oops, no. Basically now we get 2 triggers every creature that enters the battlefield. Okay, that's a land. And then this can give you being given lifelink. So, and I only see the claim thing. So we get +2/+3, but there's nothing else. Oh yeah, that's what like. Easy. Alright guys, I'll leave it here. Thank you all for watching. We can go over the deck list again. Let's see if... So the only thing I've been thinking... People play Rest in Peace in this deck, I think. But I think Scanning is as brute, or if not better. As I said, there's not that many... Like, there's no Dredge or anything where you want every card exiled. Like, all the Uro decks, they play only Uro. It's the only card you care about. And then all the decks like this... You can kind of handle them by exiling stuff like this, exiling their dudes. What else? All the all the graveyard decks. Ooze does a pretty good job at dealing with it. We could maybe get away with 1 less green source, but I like that. So you have the wild cards, which maybe I do soon. I'll keep getting as many Speakers of the Heavens as you can. It's one of the better cards, better than Healer's Hawk. The fact that the 1-drop has so much late game potential is great. This felt good, to Linden felt good. There is a world where you cut 1 Giant Springmate for a 3rd Laminar Caspiant. Because it's really like that. I mean, with all our 1-drops, it's extremely strong to go like turn 1 1-drop, turn 2 Aspirant, put a counter on the 1-drop, and then because when you play a Janis Pridemate, let's say you have a set of King's Bounty, of Life's Bounty, and an Janis Pridemate. You end up with a 1/1 Primate and a 1/1 Bounty or Alsate and a 3/3 Primate. That's not so. And then they just kill the Primate. But when you play this, then they want to kill the dude. They want to kill this, but they still also want to kill this. Right? So it puts them in a bit of a weird, more awkward situation. But overall, that feels great. I would maybe think of a second set of the wreckage, maybe instead of a giant killer. I have not been bringing this on much, so maybe put a second set of the wreckage on the sideboard. It's not a creature, but the giant killer, I haven't been bringing in so much. I guess it's good versus Gruul or versus big creature decks, but also it's sell the wreckage, right? So the Baffling Hand has been amazing. Danto Vanguard, as you saw, versus the control deck with Wrath of God, it's great. It just makes it so super awkward. They have very little outs to it. If they don't counter it. Scanning Moose, as you saw, was great. Really stopped any graveyard stuff. Like, it's just good enough to stop most of the graveyard stuff. And with Collected Company, you can find it relatively easy. Argon of Emiria only came in once versus like weird Kinan deck. I think it's good to have some kind of combo protection in the sideboard. Bajdi was amazing. Both times it either forced a very like their better removal onto it, or it just ran away with the game versus the Guild's deck. And Knight of Autumn, maybe we could see playing 2 or 3, but it's good. We didn't see any red decks. It was really good versus the red decks. It's very good versus any deck that's playing artifacts or enchantments, of course. And, gaining life and counters kind of synergizes with the rest of the deck. So it's a good card in general. Probably would have it main deck if Skyclave Operation was. Anyway, thanks all for watching, guys. And if you like the content, let me know. I'll see if I can play more Historic. This is the only deck I will be playing Historic mostly because it's the only deck I have. But I really love it, and I think it's really strong. And I've been winning a lot. Like, today we went 5-1, 6-1. And we were a bit lucky in this last round because the opponent didn't draw much, but also a bit unlucky in the second last round. I think I will put Heliod as the... I want to get the nice one, but it costs a lot of money. So. Anyway,